Announced in February this year, the EOS Rebel T5, EOS 1200D in Europe, is the latest entry-level model from the maker and is the successor to the 12-MP EOS T3, EOS 1100D. The most significant modification the adoption of an 18-MP APS CCMOS sensor, but the T5 also adds Full HD video capture at 1920x1020 up from 1280x720 and includes a new cinematic 24 FPS option to the 30/25 FPS of its predecessor. The Rebel T5 adopts the same Digic 4 processor with 100/6400 ISO sensitivity and 3 FPS continuous shooting. However, there's a new expanded ISO option up to ISO 12800 and slightly larger 460K 3-inch rear LCD, up from 230K 2.7-inch. Number 3, Canon f50mm f1.82. Although sharpness is a little low wide open, it's very good by f2.8, with only slight softness in the extreme corners. Optimum performance is achieved by f5.6, with high sharpness across the field. Distortion, vignetting and chromatic aberration are all low compared with the faster 50mm f1.4 models from Canon, and the older Sigma XD GHSM variant, the newer Art series model, has not yet been tested on the Rebel T5. Number 2, Sigma 30mm f1.4 DCHSMA. Sigma 30mm f1.4 is a good all-round choice for the EOS Rebel T5. Recently revamped, this ultra-high-speed Art series model is well made and is a good performer optically. It doesn't quite match the Sigma full-frame 35mm f1.4 in sharpness or uniformity, but it's ahead of the manual focus Samyang 35mm f1.4 in the centers, even if it can't quite match that model's uniformity either. Sharpness isn't everything, of course, but the edges don't firm up till f5.6, and by f8 diffraction limits sharpness across the field. The Sigma 30mm also has slightly higher distortion, vignetting and lateral chromatic aberration, but it's the smallest and lightest of the three, and at $499, it's the most accessibly priced. Number 1, Samyang 16mm f2.0 ETA's UMCCS. Although large and fairly heavy at 1.26 pounds, 583 grams, it is a very good performer overall. Like most high-speed models, sharpness improves dramatically when stopped down a little from full aperture. Not that it's not usable at f2, but sharpness is much improved across the frame at f2.8. And it has excellent sharpness by f4. Although chromatic aberration suppression is impressive and distortion only mild, it has quite heavy vignetting, and the transmission at 2.8 stop is a little disappointing. Keep in mind that this model is manual focus, and the Canon mount version requires stop-down metering, meaning it's not as tempting as it could be.